one of the issues, one of the stage, Mr. Speaker, should be allowed education, Mr. Speaker. So I raise to support, and thank you, the Committee on Education, for coming very fast to deal with this issue. And I think as soon these bursary now checks should be running, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, the Honourable Member for Maimayu. You believe in, yeah, the good thing is that you believe in that dream. And it's important to say that education will be part of the drivers towards that direction. The Honourable Member for London.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. I also take this opportunity to acknowledge the good work that has been done by Education Committee under the leadership of the Chair. Mr. Speaker, sir, education is key to success, as it is said, and also it is an equalizer. Mr. Speaker, sir, with education, you have confidence to approach issues, you have confidence to go for interviews, so that you can be able to secure certain jobs in this country, Mr. Speaker, sir. And it has proven or qualified, Mr. Speaker, sir, that it has been tested, it has been tried, tested, and proven, Mr. Speaker, sir. For each and every application, Mr. Speaker, sir, that you get on a Gazette notice, you have to have certain qualification for you to be able to get that job, Mr. Speaker, sir. So education is very vital, Mr. Speaker, sir. Also, Mr. Speaker, sir, in regard to schooling, there are certain programs that when taught, Mr. Speaker, sir, you are supposed to be there. For us to ensure that we have retention of all the students or all the students in school, Mr. Speaker, sir, is for us to have this, Mr. Speaker, sir, so that they can be in school and they can be able to go all, they can be able to ensure that they learn all the programs that are taught in school, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, greatly the investments that we have in terms of doing apartments, in terms of doing lands, Mr. Speaker, sir, I think currently the greatest investment that you can be able to do for us to be very competitive as a country, for us to be able to increase our values, Mr. Speaker, sir, is to ensure that we educate the young generation or population in this country so that they can be able to bring about the transformation that is required, especially with these emerging issues, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, also, Mr. Speaker, sir, for us maybe to be able to transit to what is said Singapore, Mr. Speaker, sir, is for us to be able to equip and prepare us, our young generation in form of having knowledge, in form of having skills, so that we can be able to head where, Mr. Speaker, sir, all of us are yearning to get to, Mr. Speaker. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, as I finalize, Mr. Speaker, we have the opportunity to be able to make a difference in this House because majority of us, especially I, Mr. Speaker, sir, if it were not for the bursary, Mr. Speaker, sir, I couldn't be able to accomplish to where I was able to accomplish, Mr. Speaker, sir. So they are very important, Mr. Speaker, sir. So let us try as much as possible as this House to be able to help our people, Mr. Speaker, sir, so that they can be able to get education and also knowledge, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I rest my case supporting this report.
Thank you. The Honourable Member for Mayela.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I rise on this motion and in support as a very, very crucial motion, as also I wish members a very, very happy new year and pray that this year shall give us fruits for what we are supposed to accomplish. On the motion on the floor, Mr. Speaker, sir, you'll acknowledge that this is a very, very crucial moment for us as members of this assembly because what we have in the ground are children who need education. And the only best way we can serve them is to make sure that the retro coins they get them on time and we're able to deliver as we promised. I know it has been a journey that the committee and even our chair have traveled trying to convince the COB that we need to get this bursaries as a function of the county assembly. The only request I have for now is that the committee, when they sit down, try to integrate ECDs in the process of issuing bursaries. You go around our ECDs, you find that our children are really suffering because as much as we give so much money, the only money that ECDs wait for are from the ward allocation, whereby we build either kitchens or give them classrooms or even playing tools. But if we could have a section of our money, as we give to universities, a function of the national government, and even to secondary schools that are boarding or days, we also spare something. I don't know which formula the committee will come up with. I know they are capable. They are able to give us a formula so that maybe we can allocate some of these children some few coins. These coins will go a long way. As I was telling you, in some places where we have standalone ECDs, children have to come in the morning with firewood so that our program of Uji can succeed. We call it Lishe na Mama. And therefore, if we are able to integrate early ECDs into this program, maybe with the use of our headmasters in their primary schools, and for standalone ECDs that don't have established infrastructures like kitchens, because they are standalones, they don't have programs for feeding, and therefore they are really struggling, we would be appreciate. So as much as we go a long way getting these approvals, getting our bursaries in place, let us also consider our ECDs for the purposes of also encouraging them and engaging young mothers. You'll notice that young mothers are the owners of these young children. While they are still very young mothers who are also learning the tricks of life and bringing up children, we'll also have held their hand in making sure that ECDs are also equipped maybe or even given a few boosts so that they can be able to achieve education without a lot of struggles. Otherwise, I stand here together with this committee saying that like yesterday, we needed these approvals so that we are in the month of February, schools have opened for 4 weeks, and therefore we are really running short of time, and we need these bursaries like yesterday. So I stand to Mr. Speaker, sir, to support this motion and say that we need these funds as early as yesterday. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Mayela, there's something that you raised about the issue of the early childhood education and to what extent the county is able to sponsor and even pay for their tuition. I think there is that conversation that that there's needed a bill towards that, so that now we are able to treat the way that the early childhood education need to be sponsored and need to be paid by the county, across the county. So there is that opportunity for a bill. So maybe the Honorable Member for Mayela and the Honorable Chair, you and other members of the Committee on Education, you need to expedite on that, so that now is so that as soon as March, maybe we could be having that bill in this House, and I think that would be a wonderful thing. The Honorable Member for Lakeview Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I again rise to support this very crucial, important bill. Mr. Speaker, if you go to do the studies on education, you'll find thus that education has been brought to Kenya. If you go to the early 60s, Mr. Speaker, you'll find a great mind within this country called Tom Mboya. Tom Mboya led a shift from Kenya to the US in the early 60s, Mr. Speaker, and he led to a great movement purposely for education purpose. And you find that is where you get great minds, lawyers, who became international leaders. For instance, Barack Obama, who arose from education pattern that had been developed by Tom Mboya, Mr. Speaker. So, Speaker, we must empower our people with education. I have heard, Mr. Speaker, many people quote Singapore and education within this assembly, Mr. Speaker, but they'll be surprised that the current form of education that Kenya has adopted, Mr. Speaker, equates totally to what Singapore is, Mr. Speaker. I know some people might have smiled when they heard me talk of Singapore in form of attack, but Mr. Speaker, if you go back to the Singapore kind of education, you find all the pathways that Kenya has taken at the moment. You'll find that we have TVETs and vocational training centers, Mr. Speaker. And as such, Mr. Speaker, we also want to encourage the great minds that we have within our republic and more so within our county to take an interest in the vocational training institute, Mr. Speaker. Last week, Mr. Speaker, I held a meeting with the youth of my ward, more so Kayore, and I held a meeting with over 180 of them. And right now they have joined vocational training institutes within Naivasha. And Mr. Speaker, I must give you thumbs because one of the training institutes, vocational centers that you built at Kenamba Center, Mr. Speaker, I think I got around 60 of my Lakeview students heading there, Mr. Speaker. And it's only then that I came to observe that you are the pioneer of that institution, Mr. Speaker. But even saying so, Mr. Speaker, when I visit these schools, I have felt that we have not, as a county, advertised them well. We have not hit where these institutions should have hit, Mr. Speaker, because I find that the county is giving up to 30,000 Kenyan shillings to these institutions per student. They only need to get lunch and other things, Mr. Speaker. Last week, on Saturday, Mr. Speaker, I was keen to observe Her Excellency the Governor, accompanied by Macharia from Rwanda, Mheshimiwa Macharia, and also the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Geru here. They were opening a vocational institution, Mr. Speaker, although there are some politics that played thereafter, Mr. Speaker. But politics and education should go hand in hand, Mr. Speaker, positively, Mr. Speaker, because what institution they were opening that day is a very good institution. And I hope that apart from the bursaries that we are giving out, the education department, led by the chair here, should come up with ways of setting up vocational institutions in each and every ward, Mr. Speaker, because those vocational institutions will go a big way in helping us. We cannot do that using our own ward fund, Mr. Speaker, but if they can bring up these institutions to us, we can very much appreciate, because I've seen as an MCA coming from Lakeview, the enthusiasm that my people have when it comes to such institutions. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, I rise to support this bill, and happy New Year to everyone in the Assembly. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. I will now allow the Honourable Member for Elbagon, the Honourable Chibuna Mwaura, and then the Honourable to celebrate the academic excellence. There is the Honourable Amaida, who is a doctor. And so the Honourable Chair, after the Honourable Amaida, you will respond. In that order, the Honourable Member for Elbagon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I like to support because I've seen some of the best crises, or rather some of the issues that have been raised as far as the oversight is concerned, and the way, Mr. Speaker, this assembly, through the committee, can be able even to follow up to know whether these funds are reaching to the institutions where we have appropriated funds to go. Initially, Mr. Speaker, we used to appropriate and award and allocate monies that even we cannot be able to track when they go to the national government institution, Mr. Speaker. But once this agreement have been deposited into this assembly, Mr. Speaker, it have opened a leeway for us even to follow up onto those funds, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, therefore, that's being said, it means that the committee has a lot to do. And the committee must make sure that they have pulled up their socks. They have gone even to the ground to make sure even some of these facilities that we give a lot of money huge amount of money, Mr. Speaker, we make sure that at least even the students are getting the receipts as far as these monies are concerned, because there is a lot of reports, Mr. Speaker, existing in those schools. Mr. Speaker, that being said, Mr. Speaker, does not exonerate us, Mr. Speaker, from the blames that other higher institutions are bringing forth, Mr. Speaker. And I'm happy because of your advisory that you have given the chair and Honorable from my area, that we need, Mr. Speaker, to do our work first. Mr. Speaker, my grandmother or father told me one day, before I go to till my neighbor's land, I must make sure that first of all, I have done what is supposed to be done in my own home chamber, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, what we've been doing, we've been assisting the national government to do its mandate, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if you hear what the chairman for the budget have said, I have walked, at least I have had that opportunity to see what we have in our tertiary, or rather, our vocational institutions. And Mr. Speaker, save 2 or 3, the rest are deplorable. If you can see as the status of our ECD classrooms, Mr. Speaker, and the washrooms, I was called once to rescue a child who was about to sink into the pit latrine. That is the nature of our ECDs. And Mr. Speaker, we need to be careful, even when we be allocating this money. And I'm happy because there is an act that is coming thereafter. Let us put a ceilings on what we can take to the national government. We first of all incubate what constitutionally belongs to us. Mr. Speaker, our constitution is sacrosanct. And if you look at the article, Schedule 4 of our constitution, Mr. Speaker, the mandate for the county government, as far as education is concerned, there are 2, ECD and vocational training, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we are taking millions, hundreds of millions to the national government, which is actually has been giving us the money, and yet we've been taking it back, those monies to them. Mr. Speaker, I would wish to request, let the MP knows what they are supposed to be doing. And I'm happy because the chairperson for the bursary is also vying for that position. And I want to tell him, Mr. Speaker, and I want also to address those MPs. Whatever Nedenyoro have been doing in his constituency, let our MPs be doing so, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's very shameful that today the ECD costs have gone up, Mr. Speaker. Just yesterday, Mr. Speaker, I was paying the school fees for my daughter, and the kind of the money that I was asked, Mr. Speaker, I did not pay that kind of money when I was in university. I also sampled, and it happened that I went across the county, including Elbagon, Mr. Speaker, where I come from. The ECD for the high end, it's going to 25,000 per term. The ECD in the public schools is going to 4,000, Mr. Speaker. The high school in Elbagon, the bursary, or rather what they are supposed to pay, which they call the school fees, the school feeding program, is going for 4,000, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, even when we be going to do the work for the national government, let us be considerate of our sacrosanct mandate that we have been given by the Constitution. Yes, I'll support, Mr. Speaker, but I want us to see ourselves waking up to our call. Because one day, Mr. Speaker, we'll be asked even by those MPs, who told you that we needed the money from the county to do the bursary work? And yet the children that we are supposed to take care of, Mr. Speaker, we are not taking care of them. Yes, I will support this agreement, Mr. Speaker, because it's our responsibility of it to be actually to be tabled before us, so that we can support, because I believe there are a number of students who are going to the colleges and universities and high schools who cannot be able to afford even the ranch program, Mr. Speaker. But that, Mr. Speaker, does not take out the responsibility of ourselves from supporting what we are supposed to be doing, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, I would wish to support, but also call this House to order and request them, Mr. Speaker, this year we be considerate of doing our mandate and visiting, including our facilities, so that we see what we can be able to do. Finally, Mr. Speaker, because the chairman have raised that issue of VCT, Mr. Speaker, I wish these members can at least, even in that bursary, give like 70% to go to the VTCs, Mr. Speaker. The hunger and thirst of the students that want to knock those doors, Mr. Speaker, to go and study into those schools, Mr. Speaker, is very high, Mr. Speaker. I realize because last year I sponsored 200, this year I had 200, they have come like 400, Mr. Speaker. We do not have facilities in terms of infrastructure, we do not have tutors, and even we do not have even the chairs, Mr. Speaker. In fact, Mr. Speaker, I'm considering some of the tents that we are given to women groups and youth groups, Mr. Speaker, we are going to reach them and take them to the vocational training so that those students can be in those schools, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I'm requesting, let us go and follow that route. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I have put some money to go to capitation for the ECDs, Mr. Speaker, this year. And I would wish to request even these honorable members, let us put the monies to go to where we are supposed to be doing our responsibilities, so that one day when I'll be leaving here and say I want to become the MP of Moro, Mr. Speaker, there will be a good reason, because when I was given opportunity to be an MCA, I did what was actually dictated or rather was required by the Constitution for me to do as an MCA. I beg to support, and I believe that this one is going to unlock the stalemate that is there, Mr. Speaker, and is actually, it is putting the gap between the student getting the funds and the county processing the fund. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I beg to support.
Thank you. Honorable Omaida.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to give my 2 cents with the debate before us. First of all, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the Education Committee for coming up with this bill on education. It is true, Mr. Speaker, that a society that underinvests in education, it does not save money, because it has to pay later with unemployment, crime rates within our community. And it's true, Mr. Speaker, that every shilling invested in education, it multiplies later in generations to come. I fully support the bill that is before us, and I encourage the implementers of this bill that we come up with the regulations that will enhance the bill and the laws, that every child in Nakuru County is able to access education without being discriminated in terms of religion, in terms of tribe, and in terms of either male or female, that all of us, we are going to get the desired education level. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I support the bill.
Thank you. The Chair.
Mr. Speaker, I must say that I'm very grateful to the members for having supported this report overwhelmingly, and having approved the intergovernmental agreement between the 2 levels of the government. You've done your part and you've done your job, and therefore I want to commit as the Chair for Education that I'll also do my bit in pushing the department to ensure that they now fast track the requisition of the bursary funds, so that we can avail that to the needy in the county soonest possible. I know most members are under pressure because parents are lining up in your offices, and therefore these bursaries are long overdue. We must do the needful. Mr. Speaker, also allow me to appreciate the MCA from Elbagon, Mheshimiwa Njuguna. I'm aware of the good job he's doing in Elbagon, particularly the Elbagon VTC. He has offered free courses to young men and women in excess of 200. And that's a good step in ensuring that we are giving the young men and women the courses that they need to prepare them for tomorrow. I'm also aware that he has also set aside some capitation money and funding for the ECDs, and I'm looking forward to sitting with him so that we can also come up with a nice bill around the capitation of our ECDs, so that the entire county can benefit out of it. Without much ado, I really thank you for supporting this motion and the report. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I will now proceed to put it to question, which is that this House adopts the report of the Committee on Early Childhood Education and Vocational Training on the Intergovernmental Partnership Agreement on Bursaries between Nakuru County Government through the Ministry of Education, laid on the table of the Assembly today during the morning sitting. As many who are of that opinion say aye. As many who are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, Committee of the Whole.
Honorable members, we are now in the Committee of the Whole House to consider the Nakuru County Bursary Fund Bill number 3 of 2025. And we will start the bill from clause 3. Clerk.
Clause 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 be part of the bill. Honorable members, I put the question that clause 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 be part of the bill. As many of the same opinion say aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 8.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 8 be part of the bill. Mover.
Mr. Speaker, I propose...
Honorable member, come and use this microphone.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I propose that we amend clause 8 as indicated on the order paper.
Honorable mover, do you have a seconder?
Allow me to request Mheshimiwa Lea to second.
Thank you, Speaker. I propose, thank you, Chair. I propose clause 8 to be, I second clause 8 to be part of the bill, to be amended.
Post. So you are seconding that clause 8 be amended as proposed?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Honorable members, I propose that clause 8 be amended as proposed. Any debate? Anybody who wants? Honorable members, I put the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed. As many of the similar opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it. Honorable members, I put the question that clause 8 as amended be part of the bill. As many of the similar opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it.
Clause 9.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 9 be part of the bill. Mover.
Mr. Speaker, I propose that we amend class 9 as indicated on the order paper. And I'm going to request Mheshimiwa Lois to second.
Thank you, Chair. I second the proposal that clause 9 be amended.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 9 be amended as proposed. Honorable members, I put the question that clause 9 be amended as proposed. As many of the similar opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it.
Clause 10.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 10 be part of the bill. Honorable members, I put the question that clause 10 be part of the bill. As many of the similar opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it.
Clause 11.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 11 be part of the bill. Honorable members, I put the question that clause 11 be part of the bill. As many of the same opinion say aye, as many of the similar opinion say aye, as many of the contrary opinion say nay, the ayes have it.
Clause 12 and 13.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 12 and 13 be part of the bill. Honorable members, I put the question that clause 12 and 13 be part of the bill. As many of the same opinion say aye, as many of the contrary opinion say nay, the ayes have it.
Clause 14.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 14 be part of the bill. Mover.
Mr. Speaker, I propose that clause 13, that we amend clause 14, as indicated on the order paper, and I'm going to request Mheshimiwa Murage Wasekes to second.
Thank you, Chair. I second.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 14 be amended as proposed. Honorable members.
Chair.
Honorable Njuguna.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, as you move that amendment to be in place, Mr. Chair, I believe there is a challenge because you cannot consult a member of the committee. And putting into mind that the ward administrator is the secretary of the committee, you, by consulting him, Mr. Speaker, or giving that autonomy to be consulted by this bill, it means he'll be overruling whatever the committee is doing. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, I would suggest that the only person who is supposed to be consulted, because he's the leader of that area, and he's the person who even actually appropriate the funds, is the MCA, Mr. Chair. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, by saying that we also continue consulting the ward administrator, it is actually hijacking the whole thing. When we be seated actually to write the minutes, he'll be lighting whatever he feels that he can do, Mr. Chair. Therefore, Mr. Chair, I would say, as you have also moved that amendment of that clause, I would say, with consultations with the MCA. That, Mr. Chair, it means that now the chair who is now can be the next official of that bursary committee can also be giving his insight as far as the bursary allocations and as far as even resources allocation are concerned. Therefore, Chair, I would wish that this committee of the whole House, Mr. Chair, to be considerate of that view, because it will mean if we allow us to go to that route, everything will be manipulated by the ward administrator, who is not a resident of that area, and he will make sure that the committee will be relevant, because as a secretary, he will do whatever he wants.
Mover.
Mr. Speaker, allow me to speak from here to save time. I think I have just a contrary opinion, because I want you to treat the office of the MCA and that of the ward administrator just like how the speaker operates with the clerk. They work in consultation to ensure that things are running smoothly, because the consultation aspect is about the decisions that are carried out by the ward bursary committee. Whatever decisions they carry out, I think it would be in good faith if that consultation can happen between the area MCA and also the ward admin, because the ward admin is the secretary to the ward bursary committee. I do not see anything wrong with that, because these things we do them in goodwill. Because if we were to just retain the MCA, that's it. It's likely to conflict the bill, because our role is known to be oversight. Therefore, I think it is safer if we can say in consultation of the MCA and also the ward admin, so that we can just hide in there.
Let me just say this, Mover, when you said you want to amend clause 14, and you say that you want to insert, and I read, amend clause 14 by inserting the words in consultation with the member of county assembly and ward administrator. Where in particular do you want us to insert? Because clause 14, there is part 1, A to F. So where is it going to be inserted?
Mr. Speaker, are you able to read it out in full, the whole clause, as written on the bill?
Let me assist the chair. Clause 14 is the ward bursary committee. 14.1 reads, there is established in each ward a ward bursary committee consisting of A, 2 members elected by the community, B, 1 religious leader, C, 1 representative of persons with disability, D, 1 youth representative, E, 1 officer nominated by the county executive committee member for education, F, the ward administrator who shall serve as secretary. So the amendment on the order paper has just stated that the amendment on the order paper is that clause 14, amend clause 14 by inserting the words in consultation with the member of the county assembly and ward administrator. So it's not clear where these words are being inserted. Is it part A, B, C, D?
Mr. Chair, I remember because I was in the public participation, it was that issue of the way the CC is appointing someone, and we said it was supposed to be in consultation with the area MCA. And also we said we had suggested other issues like the sub-county education officers to be that, but we realized it was possible because the ward, the constituency, could be having the same business of vetting the same bursaries at the same time. So we said it was cumbersome. Therefore we said there can be a clause, or rather we can introduce that clause in consultation, the CC in consultation with the area MCA, to know who is supposed to sit there. Not only the sub-county education officer, we also have vocational officers there, Mr. Chair. Therefore, that's why that clause was coming, so that we see, and actually by consulting ward administrator, Mr. Chair, it will contradict the whole thing because he's still part of that committee. That's why I was saying the CC in consultation with the area member, they can decide any other officer who can sit into that committee, because actually it is coherent with the spirit of making sure that we are looking at the welfare of the students in that area, Chair. Because sometimes, Chair, you realize, Chair, they are also representatives from the high school. And the Chair, the area MC is the one who knows that officer in that high school who is best suited to sit in that committee. Because, Chair, now that we have a deposited agreement, the CC can liaise with the member, the area member, to know the best of the teachers in his area. Therefore, any education officer, in consultation with the member of the area member, can sit in that bursary committee. Chair, I believe that's what we had discussed, and that is a clause that actually we ought to have amended. The one that the CC is actually bringing an officer into the committee, the ward bursary committee.
So you're saying part E of that clause. Mover?
I think, Chair, I am in agreement where the CC is supposed to appoint a member to the ward bursary committee. Then it can be in consultation with the area member of county assembly without necessarily having to engage the ward administrator.
So I now put it to question that is a further amendment, Mover, because you have introduced it now as we discuss. So it shall be considered as a further amendment to that clause, and that is clause E.
Chair, there is no full amendment. Chair, the reason as to why you allow us to debate is so that we can have consensus and also refine the bill. That's why we are at this stage, second leading Chair, so that at least, Chair, we can be able now to vibrantly indulge ourselves into this, the bill that is before us, so that actually the best of the best can be produced by the committee of the whole House.
Thank you so much. The reason why I'm saying it's a further amendment, because the wording that has been given here is that in consultation with the member of county assembly and ward administrator. The ward administrator has been provided for in F. So the further amendment, we are going now to delete the ward administrator and just put it the area MCA.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Alex.
I think with the discussion that is going on, I want to concur with what Honorable Mwaura has stated very well, because Mr. Chair, if you consider that the bill on ward fund already at the National Assembly is already, these are some of the things that will also quantify what we shall be doing the next financial year, because we anticipate that we shall be having the ward fund itself there. So I feel that let's everything stop at the CC's position and ourselves, because if we don't again stop it at that point, then the ward admin will be the linkage between the executive and us at the ground. So let's stop at the MCA with the consultation with the CC at that point.
Thank you so much. Bearing in mind there is separation of functions whereby the MCA is supposed to do the function of oversight and the implementation aspect is done by the CC and the ward admin. So I want to put it the question that clause 14 be further amended as proposed. As many of the similar opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 15.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 15 be part of the bill. Mover.
Mr. Speaker, I propose that we amend clause 15 as indicated on the order paper. And I will request Mheshimiwa Jane Maela to second.
Mr. Chair, I second. I second, sorry.
Honorable members, I propose clause 15 be amended as proposed. Honorable members, I put the question that clause 15 be amended as proposed. As many of the similar opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it.
Clause 16.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 16 be part of the bill. Honorable members, I put it in question that clause 16 be part of the bill. As many of the similar opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it.
Clause 17.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 17 be part of the bill. Mover.
Mr. Speaker, I propose that we amend clause 17 as indicated on the order paper. And I will request Mheshimiwa Muna Flamingo to second.
I second.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 17 be amended as proposed. Honorable members, I want to put it in question that clause 17 be part of the bill as amended. As many of the similar opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it.
Clause 18.
Members, I propose that clause 17 be part of the 18 be part of the bill. Honorable members, I put the question that clause 18 be part of the bill.
Chair.
Yes.
Just for clarification purposes, Chair, we are deleting the word ward, and we are including county. Does it mean that if a particular ward has a committee, an appointed person can come from any part of the county? Or exactly what does the whole clause read?
The proposal of clause 18 proposes that we delete the word ward so as to read, a person shall be eligible for nomination to the committee if that person, it rests there. Mover, do you have anything to add? Because according to what we have, that is the proposed amendment, to delete the word ward and to read as, a person shall be eligible for nomination to the committee if that person.
Mr. Speaker, you realize that when we are constituting a committee, at times we will need technical people, and they may not have to necessarily come from the ward. Therefore, that is why we are opening that arena, so that we are able to fish for the best, to serve even as technical people in the committees. Thank you.
So for the interest of Honorable Jane, that is 18B, where 18B says that a person shall be eligible for nomination to the ward committee if that person is as a resident of the ward. So they are proposing that to make it open now because of the reason given by the chair. Are we in concurrence?
Chair.
Honorable. Yes, Honorable Kamau.
Thank you, Chair. I would also like to get that clarity, Chair, because when we talk about the ward committee, Chair, its constitution, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, has been very well indicated, Chair. So when we talk about anybody can be eligible to come to my ward, the specific issue, why do we get people from that ward? Because they understand, they know even the majority of the issues that are around that area. So when we talk about somebody coming from Nakuru Town East to my Mahio, I think it would add no value, Mr. Speaker. So I don't feel the need to change the word ward to county. It's not necessary, Mr. Chair.
Before I give it to mover, I can see Honorable Alex wants to inject something.
Mr. Chair, I would also not want to get to that debate of changing from the ward. I think the real essence of devolution is to devolve funds, and funds follow the structure of governance. The real structure is the ward level. Let the members of those wards be the people who determine. Mr. Chair, we have Africa as a continent, and we have the states. Kenya is a state. We cannot have Egypt bringing its own officials in Kenya to manage our own economy. So let the people of Lakeview decide what happens within Lakeview, because Mr. Chair, I anticipate that one day there might be chaos within the ward, and you find that another exterior committee coming from another, maybe sent from the headquarters, because maybe you are not singing the language that the then governor of 2042 will be singing. Because the rules that we are setting here today, Mr. Chair, is not the rules or the bill. This bill will be a bill that will outrive us, Mr. Chair. So we must also guard it, that we cannot have someone who is malicious, who will use that clause specifically, that the people of Lakeview are no longer with me, so I'm going to bring my own people to govern Lakeview. So, Mr. Chair, I want that reinforced, that it's only the people of Lakeview that can determine their future, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Angats.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also rise to put my voice to this. As I was being taken through, I realized that there will be three committees, Mr. Chair. There will be the county committee, and there is also a ward committee, and there is a smaller one for the governor's bursary committee. So I think I want to be in agreement that for the ward committee, if it can actually maintain its name, ward, let the members actually come from the ward, just the way we would also want the beneficiaries to be coming from the same ward, like Mosop. Then maybe the county committees can now be opened, because if it is a county bursary committee, that will be held at the county level. Then a member can come from anywhere within the Nakuru County. I think that one will make some sense, so that we avoid a bit of a conflict of interest here and there. Let the ward benefit the wards. The county committees for all of us, you can get it from anywhere. And also that one for the governor's committee can benefit also from the county, because the governor is a county leader. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Njuguna.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, the reason why Kenya has devolution is so that the function can go down to the lowest unit that we can ever have. Mr. Chair, if it was even possible for us to say to go to the village level, we would have done so, Mr. Chair. And the Chair, the reason as to why we are saying so is because the only person who understands what the persons or the people of that ward goes through, they are the residents of those wards. If we say somebody to come from Naivasha East to be a member of the committee of Elbagon Ward. If we allow somebody from Kiptagich to come to Elbagon, they are Aryans in those wards, Mr. Chair, and they do not understand the dynamics, economic dynamics of Elbagon. And therefore, even they do not know the students of that area, Mr. Chair. Therefore, Chair, the reason as to why we cannot allow ourselves to go to that level is because of such kind of things. Chair number, secondary chair, in law and in the drafting of law, you cannot say county stroke ward. Chair, that one defeats itself. And therefore, Chair, I would wish to request and remove this committee of whole house to retain that carouse as it was. Let it be from the wards, to be the residents of the ward. So that, Chair, when even I sit with those people there, Mr. Chair, they understand and they can be able even to consult. Number two, Chair, as one member have said, if we allow it to go to county, we are manipulating the ward committees. And we are making sure that actually we are giving other relevant, other quarters, the authority to come and actually throw the spanners into the activities of the ward committee. And therefore, Chair, I would suggest and I would move that as the previous individuals who have contributed to this crowds, to allow us to retain it as the members, the resident to be the members of the ward, because they understand and they can be able even to vet those students competently without actually giving us people from other areas, from other wards, who rather than being concerned with the issues of their wards, they are coming to bring their issues into my ward, or rather into the wards, in another ward's chair. I would not like actually members of Elbagon to go to Kiptagich or to go to Naivasha East or Maimayu. I would wish the people of Elbagon to be concerned with the welfare of their own students.
Chair, I want now to put it in question because I may not want to gag anyone, but for the interest of this, let me give it to Honorable from London, and then I'll give it to you.
Thank you, Chair. I think whatever that we are doing here is for posterity, and we don't want to give a room for maybe future MCAs to come, and because of the pressures that we are getting from different quarters, especially family, to see that as a cure to enable or to be able to give opportunity to them who will not be able to serve the interest of that ward, but they will be able to serve the interest of where they come from. So, Chair, I think let us stick by how it is, the ward.
Honorable Alex.
Mr. Chair, I want to concur with what honorable members here are saying. Mr. Chair, it did not caught my attention that we are having 3 committees. My suggestion would have been we maintain the ward committee for the purpose of the ward. There is nothing like stating that we have the county committee, Mr. Chair. If there is a kit for the governor's sponsorship, Mr. Chair, let that be formulated in money for Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, and I want to move to the sponsor of this bill. Within the people who have been enlisted in this bill, you state that we have members from my ward in consultation with the CEC and the ward admin. So the list that is being generated at the rec view should be final, Mr. Chair. We should not give it to another committee at any other level to come and water down what we have done. Because what will be the essence of, I have vetted the forms at Rekview Ward, then the same forms are vetted in Nakuru. I think we shall be wasting time, Mr. Chair. So if we can have the ward committee being final, Mr. Chair, because the document coming from the ward level should be final. Further, Mr. Chair, even at the elections in Kenya, where all these members within this assembly shall be subjected to election, Mr. Speaker, the announcement at the polling station becomes final, Mr. Chair. So why should the CEC send someone at the ward level. We have the ward admin as the secretary of that committee. Then we have done all the vetting. Then from there, again, another committee gets what is their function. So for myself, Mr. Chair, I would say that we stop, just like the NGCDF does. The NGCDF has one committee. The committee does the vetting. Once the vetting is across, Mr. Chair, let the vetting stop there, Mr. Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable Alex. You know, that's why members, you're supposed to be very keen on what we are doing. Whatever you are discussing, it is clause 8 and 9, and you've already put it into question, and now it is part of the bill. Now we are in clause 18, 19, and that. So, members, we've already dispensed with clause 8 and 9, so we cannot go back. I am being guided by the law, and that is the position. So, Honorable Lois.
Thank you, Chair. I think the concern that has been raised by Mheshimiwa Alex has been addressed by the amendment that we put forward in clause 22, where we remove the function of vetting of the lists from the wards by the county bursary committee. Yeah.
We are yet to tackle that part, so we are in clause 18. So be attentive, Honorable Alex. When we come to clause 22, you've said 22, be attentive on that.
Mr. Chair, the only worry that I had is that when we are reading the articles, as you are stating, I be attentive, you are not reading the article fully, Mr. Chair. And as a lawmaker here, Mr. Chair, I'm a slow runner. I should be read word by word, Mr. Chair, so that my people are not gagged. So for myself to follow everything, Mr. Chair, if the wording is as you state it, then I will request you to read word by word as we pass this bill, Mr. Chair.
For the benefit of you and others, we've already dispensed with clause 9, which has addressed your concern, and I'll read for your benefit that clause 9, the proposal was to delete it in its entirety. The
Chair, Honorable Chair, it will be very inconsequential, or rather, Chair, we will actually be going against the standing orders of this assembly if you go now invoking other clauses that you have passed. However, Chair, I would wish that you proceed with the clause that you are in, because it will compromise the whole process. Chair, number 2, Chair, whatever have been raised by that member, he have been actually have been cured by what he's been told by honorable member, the member of that committee, and those who came to the public participation, Chair, they are aware of that. They are fully aware that we discussed that, and I have seen it have been captured. Therefore, Chair, I would suggest that you proceed, because, Chair, if you go back, you'll be compromising the whole thing. Let us proceed. Wherever that the Chair feels, or the member feels, they're going to be explained to. Therefore, Chair, kindly proceed.
Thank you so much, Honorable Njogona. My main concern was just to inform the member. I was not introducing any, but for the interest of time and for the interest of the process that we are in, let's now continue with clause 18. And clause 18, members, you've given your views in that the proposed was to delete the word ward, and I want to put it to question.
Mr. Speaker, before you put it to question, I would request that for avoidance of any doubt, would you let the clerk read out the article and the clause 18 as it appears on the bill, so that you can now put it to question once we have understood.
In order, the clerk will do the same.
So clause 18 is on eligibility for nomination. A person shall be eligible for nomination to the ward committee if that person A has at least a Kenya certificate of secondary education or equivalent, B is a resident of the ward, C is validly nominated in accordance with this act. The proposed amendment was that clause 18 be amended by deleting the word ward so as to read, a person shall be eligible for nomination to the committee if that person, and B, amending clause 18B by inserting the word county so as to read a resident of the county stroke ward. So the amendment is providing for is either a resident of the county or the ward.
Chair, ward, not the resident of the county.
Let's give it to the mover.
So, Mr. Speaker, the reason why we had envisioned that it would be important to let it be open is because there are some technical people that may be needed in the Ward Bursary Committee. Like, for instance, to give just an accurate example, sometimes the CEC will appoint the person in charge of education in the sub-county to be also be part of the ward committee so that they can bring in their experience. But Mr. Speaker, if the feeling of the members is that we retain the word ward, then I do not have a problem. We can just retain word and then proceed for purposes of time. All right? So, Mr. Speaker, I am in agreement. We retain word. The rest of you can sit down. We have agreed.
It is now my work to put it in question. We were still debating, and members have given their views, and guided by our standing order, it's only fair if we can put it in question.
Before Mr. Speaker, what are you putting into question? No, I want to be very specific here, that you are putting to question that are we doing the change or not? Because for my own part, and I must be told as a slow runner, that am I stating that it be reinforced as ward, not county? Because I don't want any changes yenye itanifanya nikuwe kichwa ngumu hapa. I just want my ward to remain as a ward. I don't want to understand those professionals. My ward, the technicalities, let them technically to other areas, not my area.
Chair.
Honorable members.
Chair, I do not wish to anticipate the debate because the rules of the game are very simple. If you do not agree, Chair, you say nay. If you are agreeing, you say aye. Therefore, Chair, if you put the question, because you don't want to move the amendment, Chair, allow me to do some campaign here. The members are supposed to say nay, so that it can be retained as it is in the drafted copy or printed copy. So, Chair, if you put the question, those who are against, Chair, they are supposed to say nay. And I'm ready to say a big nay.
Wait for your chance now to say nay. Okay, honorable members, I want to put it to question that clause 18, it had A and B, and I'll put it now for A, that the proposal was to delete the word ward so as to read a person shall be eligible for nomination to the committee if that person comes from ward stroke county. The question is, we propose to retain ward and to do away with county. As many of that opinion say aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. So the ayes have it.
Clause 19.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 19 be part of the bill. And it's good if members, you have...
You know, Chair, we don't have the copies, and that's why this thing is so emotive.
Yes, and
So
it's
our
good.
work
It's
is
good
not
that
just say nays or nays.
it's good now that members are alert. But for the interest of this bill, I will read word by word. Yes, I'll read that to be part of the bill. And clause 19 says this: removal from office. A member of the committee may be removed from office on grounds of A, gross misconduct or violation of the law; B, incompetence; C, physical or mental incapacity; D, bankruptcy; E, absenteeism without cause from 3 consecutive meetings. That is now, and there is part 2 of clause 19, which says, a member seeking removal shall petition the county executive committee member, who shall determine the matter within 30 days. 3, a member may resign in writing to the secretary to the relevant committee, the secretary of the relevant committee. And the final part of that is, vacancies shall be filled within 30 days in accordance with this act. So I propose that clause 19 be part of the bill. I now put it in question that clause 19 be part of the bill. As many of the similar opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 20.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 20 be part of the bill. And for the interest of members, I want to say that clause 20, it's about establishment of the county scholarship program. The county government shall establish a program known as the county scholarship program. 2, the program shall support needy students whose needs are not fully met under the ward program. B, support students previously funded under the ward program where additional assistance is required. So I propose that clause 20 be part of the bill.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Alex.
At this juncture, I would also want to be informed the criteria of getting these persons, or shall it be per ward, and how many members per that ward? It is crucial for me, Mr. Chair, because what if all the needy students come from one ward?
There is 21, which will answer you. Now be attentive with 21. So I want to put it to question, members, that clause 20 be part of the bill. As many of the similar opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, I want to propose that clause 21 be part of the bill. And clause 21, I'll read for the interest of members. This is Governance Bursary Committee. There is established a committee known as the Governance Bursary Committee. The committee shall comprise A, the county executive committee member responsible for education, who shall be the chairperson. 3, senior officers designated by the governor. The fund administrator, who shall serve as the secretary. That is now clause 21. I want to propose that clause 21 be part of the bill.
Chair, the mover have not moved because I believe that's part. The mover is supposed to move that because it's part of the amendment that he have proposed.
I'll now call the mover to put the amendments.
Actually, Mr. Chair, it's 21 and 22 combined. And I propose that we amend clause 21 and 22 as indicated on the report. Let me request Honorable Alex Mbugua from Lakeview to second.
Chair, I think the Chair have confused us. The Chair of the committee have confused us, Chair. And he is supposed actually to move the amendments of the Clause 21, so that after that, Chair, you are going to take through the members. And Mr. Chair, this is one of the challenges that we are finding our standing orders has. One day, Chair, we are going to have deaf members who will be coming here to represent the individuals with special needs. I think, Chair, let us be moving and reading so that everybody can contemporize and internalize so that they can make the decision. Therefore, Chair, I would wish that the mover, who is the chairperson of the Education Committee, to move that only Clause 21, so that we go to Clause 22, so that we can be able also to linger and look at those issues that have been raised there critically. Therefore, I would wish that we move 21, then you'll move the 22 part of it. You lead both, so that whoever have any issues, they can be able to raise. Therefore, Chair, I would wish that you request the chairperson of the Education Committee, you lead through, then you call him to move both amendments.
Members, for the interest of these parts, I've already read 21, and the proposed amendment was, mover, was the bursary committee to be deleted. You delete the word governance committee to read scholarship. Governance scholarship committee.
So we are deleting bursary 21.1. We are deleting bursary, inserting scholarship. To read governors bursary committee. To read governors scholarship committee.
Please use the mic for the interest of Hansard.
Okay, we are saying before you propose to move, we had been read the composition of that scholarship. We have no problem with the bursary or scholarship. But somebody had already raised an issue of what if these scholarship beneficiaries come from one ward? How now do you counter-check to know the number of the beneficiaries and from which ward? And so you have read the CEC, you have read the administrator, you've read something else, but nothing about the ward. So that the interest of the ward and those people who request scholarship, we don't know who will be now taking our interest to that particular scholarship committee. We need to include ourselves there. Chair.
Honorable Kajwang.
Chair, thank you. I don't know whether I'm late on this or I'm still on time to catch up with this kind of an amendment. First of all, whatever my colleague is proposing is nearly impossible, because how will we have representative of 55 wards in that committee? Secondly, for me, I don't see any rationale of having a governor's sponsorship or bursary program that is running parallel to the wards one. In fact, these people that the governor want to help, they come from specific wards. And we also stand a situation whereby there are going to be several double beneficiaries. So once we have bursaries at the ward level, why would we need another tier of bursary for the governor?
Chair.
Honorable Kamau from MI.
Thank you, Chair. I think on this matter, Chair, I think I have a contrary opinion. Because there's a clause, I don't know whether it was 18 or 20, that said that even if after allocating some money by the ward kitty, that's bursary, now the scholarship can also add some money to the same student. There was a clause that read like that. So, Chair, to be sincere, we are all readers. And I think